act boys, coding such a bore. Veet geeks stumble, fall into the floor. Saw-eyed nerds, they think they're so grand. View fools flopping, can't take a stand. Pre-act dorks, they're lost in the fray. Gel hacks bounce off, hook 'em my way. Boom, papa, you're a big disgrace. Tech clowns waltz in last place. Giraffe-lops twirl into the muck. Polka queen laughs, you totally suck. Rust clowns rustin', gears all out of whack. C++ coders, skills they lack. Python slowpokes, slipping in the brew. AL drones buzz, messing up the crew. Scrum kids trip, they're clumsy as can be. Slack dopes chatter, no match for me. Boom, papa, you're a big disgrace. Tech clowns waltz in last place. Giraffe-lops twirl into the muck. Polka queen laughs, you totally suck. Can ban crews, they're stuck in a jam. TDD dweebs flunk their big exam. OOP knots tangle every line. Unit tests fail, you're no friend of mine. AI posers, fake it with a grin. I'm Polka champ, you'll never win. Spin and hop, I'm the polka star. Tech losers lag, you're so bizarre. Poyan blasts, you're out of tune. Dance in shame, I'll mock you soon. Beer hall queen, I'm stealing the show. Code monkeys flop, it's time to go. You're a big disgrace. Tech clowns waltz in last place. Giraffe-lops twirl into the muck. Polka queen laughs, you totally suck.
In a bygone era where love was a flame, I met a beauty with a smile so tame. She handed me a card with a website so fine, but React made it load for days. What a bind! I searched high and low for a way to get through, but technology played tricks and my heart felt like it was stuck in glue. I got a phone directory app to find her name and number 2, built with Rust, but unsafe code shone through. It crashed my machine day after day, what a test. I thought I'd never find her, and my heart felt like it was possessed. Finally it ran, but what a surprise in life. An AI system spoke with a voice so cold and rife. I prompted the AI, but none would unfold until it gave me a number, but oh, what dismay to be told. It was the wrong one, and I felt like I'd strayed. The AI denied it, said it was right, but I knew it wasn't the way. The years went by, and I grew old and gray. The AI system remained my only friend each day. By my side, a reminder of love that I never could provide. I searched for her number, but it was all in vain. Technology played tricks, and my heart remained in pain. Now my story's told of love and tech so bold, a cautionary tale of a heart that grew
Yo, F with that functional, straight up irrational. Got 'em in a trance, coding like they're astronomical. No loops, no bounds, they high on the land of clouds. Brain on recursion, heads in the nerd circus shroud. Closures in their minds, tangled vines, waste of time. Immutable bullshit, acting all sublime. Side effects stressing, guess who's over repressing? Throw a fit when they don't get that lazy evil blessing. Check it. Functional freaks in their ivory towers, can't handle real code, always counting hours. FP dreams shattered, cause it don't really matter. Acting all clever while our code runs faster. Map reduce and filter, language gets weirder. Pretentious habits of an academic C++ killer. Parents on lock, got 'em in a Lisp cult. Tracing functions failed, now watch 'em catapult. They passing functions like it's holy grail scriptures, but they reality's bent, it's coding philosophy fixtures. Debug sessions be long like fucking epics, still pining for purists, calling they methods relics. Storm of closures currying like Dutch tycoons, got their heads in a fable, monkeys with runes. Promise all that elegance, but they code smell dense. Talk too damn much, their lingo ain't common sense.
Okay, I think I'm ready, folks. Let me turn this down. I'll switch my camera. All right, there we are. Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or whatever part of the day you're in right now. I hope you're having a good day. Thanks for popping in to watch the daily tech news again. I appreciate all the viewers and all the different platforms. My voice is a little, I don't know, not 100%, because yesterday I went on a wild conspiracy theory rant. I Alex Jones'd the stream yesterday, so my voice ain't what it normally is. Know what I'm saying? Okay, so I've got all my articles up. We're gonna get into it. There's a few articles. I don't know how many we're gonna get through, but I'll do my best. Brian Software voice changer on, don't lie. Hey Ross, good to see you. Good to see you on the Twitch side. I see people on let me see here. I see people on X and YouTube and Rumble and all that. Thanks for popping in to watch. I really appreciate it. So yeah, the topic for today. So as per usual, normally on this stream, I am building a game, and I'm gonna get back to that this weekend, I think, or something like very soon. And the next week, I'll get back to doing a bit of a stream on that. But on the daily, I do these news streams because they are quite informative. I found them to be quite informative for myself. So I spend like 30 minutes or an hour or something like that, just going through a few things. And I mostly focus on the stuff that I complain about with the tech industry, which is the entire concept that the tech industry is in a massive decline, and we can do something about it, but we're choosing not to. So I bring up these articles because they're demonstrations of the consequences of us being absolutely lazy and irresponsible programmers just as a whole. That's just the way it is. And we seem to be getting funded for continuing this spiral towards our inevitable doom. And we're hoping that AI will save us all, because so many of us don't actually know how to code. Although you could. It's not hard. You could learn it. But you're being told that it's too hard and you can't learn it, and so you're being lied to, and everyone's buying into it, and the VCs are funding it. And it's all a bunch of crap. So that's kind of why I do what I do. Okay. Let me pull up the articles here. Hang on. I gotta do this. I have to change something real quick. Hang on. All right, there we go. Now we're good. Okay. So that's the title for today. This, I think, was probably the biggest article, like the most important one that I could think of reviewing today. 65% of the 100 largest US hospitals and health systems have had a recent data breach. That's that no good. That no be good. Ross on Twitch, I keep commenting on this shit on X. Salesman of a product wants you to buy their product. Many such cases for us. You're one of the few enlightened programmers we have. We need more like you. We really do. So this is a very scary thing. You know, maybe you're like a young high T man, you know, and you work out and everything's great and you're super healthy and whatnot, but you might know somebody who depends on the healthcare system in some way or another, probably a loved one. And whether you, like, let's assume you have like nobody in your life at all, so you don't have to care about anybody. At some point, you're going to care. There's going to be a point where you care. And this headline is quite scary because it means that that critical services are not exempt from the crap that we seem to just continue to support and shovel. When I read through this article, you're going to see what the actual breaches are composed of, or at least some of them, and you're gonna basically do like the, you know, smack your head thing, because it's like, this shouldn't be happening. This stuff is so simple and straightforward. It's crazy that it happens. It's stupid. Hey, 0x Machine on Twitch. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Stuff like this isn't surprising. I'm actually surprised they're not targeted more. Their systems are ancient. I agree with that. They do have ancient systems, and these like for example, the healthcare ecosystem is not being given enough money and support to do the upgrades that they need. However, I'm just gonna say, as we read through this, I think you'll probably note that it's not all about their systems only. That there are other things going on that you can lay the blame on us programmers who put these things together. But we'll get into it and we'll look at that. So let's read the article. Cyber News research team analyzed the 100 largest U.S. hospitals and health systems websites and evaluated their cybersecurity posture. In 2024, healthcare data breaches reached an all-time high, with 276,775,457 records compromised, a 64.1% increase from the previous year's record, and equivalent to 81.38% of the United States population. Those numbers are insane. The 81% of the United States population had, in 2023, I guess. Hang on, in 2024 it was an all-time high, a 64.1% increase. Yeah, from 2023. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So 2023. No, wait, I gotta say this correctly. Come on, man. You're a news streamer. Get this right. 2024 had a 64.1% increase from 2023 in terms of data breaches for hospital data. That's insane. That's so much. Yeah, Ross is freaking out in chat. Yeah, hey, Ghost Magic, good to see you. Despite managing sensitive patient data, findings reveal that healthcare organizations still struggle with corporate customer data protection. Of course they do. According to the data presented by Cyber News Business Digital Index, 79% of the 100 largest U.S. hospitals and healthcare systems scored a D or worse for their cybersecurity efforts. In addition, 30% have critical vulnerabilities and 65% have had recent data breaches. Of course, healthcare organizations are struggling to keep pace. This only makes sense. They go over the scoring, which we kind of just covered. The healthcare sector received an average security score of 72 out of 100. According to the index methodology, the overall calculated value from 70 to 79 is considered high risk. So Americans' health data is at high risk. Right? And so here they have the metrics that they use, the score level. So, I mean, if you came home with a whole bunch of D's, you know, your parents wouldn't be so proud of you. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't be super proud of you. Now, what are the issues? Well, why don't you have a look at what they are? The highest top ranked issue. I'll just give you a second. It's just SSL configs, bro. We can't get those right. We can't get SSL configs right. And then we have, you had a data breach. I'm not entirely sure why that's a thing. I would imagine that's a symptom of all these other issues. I don't know why that's here. But if we just remove that for the sake of argument, the second highest thing would be poor system hosting practices. Like, what? This stuff is not, it's not rocket science. This is kind of like the most basic, it seems to me like it's the most basic stuff that a programmer or a sysadmin or, you know, someone in DevOps or something should be able to understand when they're setting it up. And you work in an industry where people's health data is of critical security concern. It's like akin to like military data. How do you get system hosting practices being the second highest and SSL configuration being the top? I don't get it. So 65% had a recent data breach. The analysis shows many organizations, especially those who score D and F, are dealing with serious security challenges, such as system secure sockets layer configuration, data breaches, and system hosting issues. Protecting corporate and client information is challenging when 98% of analyzed hospitals and health systems have experienced data breaches. Well, you can't protect something that's been breached, okay? So there's damaged SSL setups. So you can be vulnerable to man-in-the-middle attacks and leaking, you know, data. People can essentially watch what data is being sent through the wire, essentially. Email security, email spoofing, and password reuse issues are notable concerns. 27% of analyzed hospitals and health systems have domains vulnerable to email spoofing, and 17% have employees reusing compromised passwords. That's par for the course. And nearly all analyzed organizations have system hosting issues, and 77% have stolen. I want to stress this. They have stolen corporate credentials. It's getting so tiresome. I'm tired, bros. I'm so tired of this. The West states should up their security game. According to research results, the Midwest and South U.S. regions are the leaders in cybersecurity with relatively higher average security scores, 74 and 63 respectively. The West has lower average security score of 65 and requires urgent attention to catch up with the advancement seen in other areas. Meanwhile, the Northeast region shows a moderate security score with an average of 69. Listen, to all my US bros out there, just please avoid having to go to the hospital. Right? If you can just avoid it, just hold off on hospital visits. It's bad. It's really bad. Florida, North Carolina, and Texas have the largest number of healthcare institutions in the analyzed list. The analysis results show that the top 3 issues across these states are data breaches, SSL issues, and system hosting issues. Florida stands out with 100% of organizations facing system hosting issues. Florida. What is what's Florida known for in terms of its population? What kind of population is Florida known for? Could it possibly be like the older population that go there to retire that would probably depend on health systems the most? Why? Why are we doing that? Why? Just don't understand why. This is sad. And so they break it down. You can see it here. Jeez. Florida 100%, North Carolina 100%, Texas 100%. I mean, come on. Anyway, so that to me is an extremely scary thing, because SSL and hosting setup don't seem like they are relatively heavy lifts to get right. A lot of the things that are required to get things like that secure are pretty basic, generally pretty basic. Seeing these kinds of numbers, it tells me that we're not even doing the basics. I don't expect these numbers to be zero or for issues like this to be non-existent. These kinds of issues will always exist. What surprises me is the depth, I don't know what the right word is, but how widespread these numbers shouldn't be this high. And I would not expect to see SSL and system hosting issues as the top two reasons for why these areas are insecure. I don't get it. It's mind-boggling to me, but I think it does give some insight into the state of the industry. I just want you to imagine what it means if we cannot get critical infrastructure to have basic security nailed down. What does that mean for other aspects of our industry? Like, there is no safe place anymore, and we're not helping our fellow, sysadmins and programmers and people who work in this industry. The way that the industry is set up right now, it just encourages not thinking with your brain, more slop, pushing more and more security issues in a variety of different forms. But it's all because we tailor to making you feel good while you program. I bet you a lot of the people who built these things, these systems, felt good because they got that sweet hospital contract with federal money, most likely. And, they patted themselves on the back after because the company that built them did well, but look what they left. It's terrible. The U.S. has highly respected hacker and security expert. Big balls. I know, right? I know, it's true. Yeah, when we have big balls, we're safe, right? Hospitals in Florida are actually not bad. I don't know if they are bad or not. I'm not even saying that they are, but I don't think this is a statement on like the medical care that you receive while at the hospital. But if your health data is this easily procured by unethical people, it's dangerous, right? If I ever travel to the US and get sick, I'll lie about my name. Just lie about everything. Lie about the whole damn thing, except your health conditions. Same as in other areas of software. People don't even get the basics. Yeah. So Ghost, you're saying it, but you said it, I think, before I was saying it too. You're ahead of the curve. Yeah, that's exactly it. This is representative to me of what's happening in the industry as a whole. He who is faithful in least is faithful in most, right? Old biblical saying, because I've read the Bible so many damn times when I was previously religious. And this is what it's like to me. If you can't get this stuff right, then what else are you not getting right? I'm in the C++ ecosystem. So many people who claim they're experts don't even know the basic stuff like direct list initialization or const express init eval. Now, that to me is wild. And I've heard stories like this before. I kid you not, this is real. I know two people who in the last probably I would say 3 years have told me about their experiences trying to hire for job openings that they have at their company. One of those two people told me that they put React as a job requirement, and most of the people who come in with React experience do not know how to write HTML. I worked in one known medical company, one of the worst code bases I've seen. Yeah, I can imagine. I contracted out for, I want to say, Kaiser Permanente. This was like over 15 years ago. Maybe 10 plus, maybe. Yeah, that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Now, I do want to show something. Let me go back to my full camera, and I'll bring this one up since we're kind of on the topic. This one has been on my backlog, so might as well get to it. Yeah, let's do this one. So this one, since we're talking about experience and whatnot, they pay well though generally. Yeah, so they usually do. I've seen React developers who don't even know about the map method and why that's important for web components. That's basic JS. Yes, map is it's just array manipulation. It's just why do you not know these things? It's the most basic. I don't understand. It's honestly, it's depressing. I'm not kidding. It's disheartening. It's a morale defluffer. I don't know. So this has been on my radar for a while. I've had it on my news article list to go over. Just a sec. I gotta take a sip of my coffee. Yeah, I've made so many grid components using map, and I've seen people make each grid element manually. I'm not shocked. I had to argue today with someone who thought TS provides runtime safety. No. I stop it. Stop. You're all depressing me. You're all depressing me. I live 5 floors up. That's enough. That's enough to do a good 404. Seems about as silly as job requirements that list 8+ years of experience using ChatGPT as a primary source of information. Yeah. Okay, look. A leaked software engineering recruiter selection guideline is going viral. Founder and XL7, I don't know what that is, Facebook engineer said, level 7 Facebook engineers. I should have known that. I know about Facebook levels. That was dumb of me. Anyways, he said he believes strongly that it's real and that the top tier CS schools are the primary path to early career jobs in software. And so here are the guidelines for hiring. What we're looking for: university grads with bachelor's or master's of computer science from a top computer science program like MIT, Stanford, Carnegie Mellon, UC Berkeley, Caltech, UIUC, University of Waterloo. Special exceptions for a couple of other schools if they're a 4.0. 4 to 10 years of software development experience. Expertise in modern JS, TypeScript, Node, React, and sometimes modern techs like Kotlin, and knowledge of AI LLMs. Longevity in roles, no job hoppers. Look for an average of 2 years plus per role. A significant experience at notable startups such as those backed by Y Combinator, Sequoia Capital, etc. Our clients will not hire anyone who works at large companies only, even if the large company was Google or Facebook. If large companies are all they have, they will be rejected. Holy crap. Diversity hires are a bonus, of course. Female, black, etc. Of course. I mean, that's a no-brainer. You lose points if you're straight, regular whitey. U.S. citizens, U.S. permanent residents, green card holders, and Canadian citizens or permanent residents. Absolutely no visa sponsorships. Sucks for me. Gonna have to go back to moose farming. Bonus points for founding engineer or founder experience. What to avoid: visa candidates, C2C, contract to contract candidates, I believe, job hoppers, graduates from coding boot camps. Oh no, get wrecked. Boot campers in shambles, consulting backgrounds, experience at IT software development firms instead of actual product companies. Experience is limited to big companies only, Uber, Intel, etc., unless paired with startups. Fake profiles, so scammers and whatnot. Candidates who have ever worked, in bold, at the following companies are not the right fit: Intel, Cisco, HP, TCS, I don't know what that is. Tata, I don't know what that is. Mahindra, I don't know what that is. Infosys, Capgemini, I don't know what that is. Dell, Cognizant, Wipro, I don't know what that is. Cognizant twice, just in case. They just really had to nail in the Cognizant. Either someone made a mistake and they're like, look, we really don't like Cognizant. We gotta put them in there twice, just for emphasis. Right, and so the this is just a back and forth over whether or not it's true criteria, and it seems to be true. So I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird mix of requirements, and I'm not sure how much of it I agree with and not agree with. But there's definitely some weird aspects of those requirements that are kind of telling. I honestly believe that the hiring for programmers is completely broken. It's just completely and utterly broken. The wrong people are doing all the hiring, and they're not hiring the right people. And the way that they hire is also wrong, and everybody just goes along with it. I just don't understand it. It's totally broken. Like I've said before, the entire industry is broken right now, top to bottom. It's just all broken, all of it. Yeah, 0x, yeah. Go says there's one girl streaming leak code on Twitch she was preparing for a job at OpenAI, grinding some leak code tree algorithms, but wasn't sure how many bits are in a byte or what an ASCII character is and how string looks in memory. People try to go deep without any basics. So she could hang on. We just I don't have my it's just my Zelda sword. I was just playing around with it. Yeah. That's so depressing. That's so depressing. So you can do a leak code tree algorithm, but if you ask how many bits are in a byte, leak code doesn't teach CS basics. That kind of stuff you either have to learn in uni or on your own, which I wish people would do, either or both. I agree. You like that should be a very simple thing that you can pick up and learn within minutes. How many bits are in a byte? That shouldn't be difficult. That should be easy. Once you learn it once, like within minutes at most, you're like, okay, I got this. And then you can do the math, right? How many bytes? And then you can kind of do simple math, like how many bits would be in 4 bytes or 8 bytes or whatever. And then you can move to hex even. How many bytes are in a hex character, or like how many bytes does a hex character represent, for example? Like this stuff is not hard once you get into it, but it just looks like gobbledygook magic. I get it. But if you're willing to go down the leak code path and pick up that magic, then what? Anyway, in the same vein, all right, so let's go to the next news article. Oracle Health customers notified of data compromise, reports say. One breach is said to have impacted legacy Oracle Health servers. Another has allegedly affected millions of records accessed via Oracle Cloud. The hits just keep on coming. Reports over the weekend indicated that Oracle has experienced 2 separate data breaches in recent months, one affecting Oracle Health customers and another said to result from an exploit targeting Oracle Cloud login servers. Oracle has so far not publicly commented on the Oracle Health breach, which is reportedly under FBI investigation. It has not yet responded to an inquiry from Healthcare IT News, and the company has denied the Oracle Cloud breach, which is alleged to impact as many as 6 million records. So according to a March 28th report from Bleeping Computers, some hospitals and other healthcare clients have received a letter from Seema Verma, Executive Vice President and General Manager of Oracle Health, notifying them that the company learned of a compromise of legacy Cerner data migration servers this past month. Oracle acquired Cerner in 2022 for more than $28 billion. We are writing to inform you that on or around February 20th, 2025, we became aware of a cybersecurity event involving unauthorized access to some amount of your Cerner data that was an old legacy server not yet migrated to the Oracle Cloud. It reports that the letter, written on plain paper rather than Oracle letterhead, indicates electronic health records information could be among the data that was breached. These customers have been told it's up to them to assess whether the stolen data is a HIPAA violation, but that the company will help them with patient notifications. Affected customers are also reportedly being told to contact Oracle Health security team by phone rather than email. That way, there is no paper trail. Meanwhile, another report this past week suggests that millions of records may have been compromised after an alleged breach of Oracle Cloud Federated SSO login servers. According to Bleeping Computer, an online account claims to have gained access to the data, including authentication data and encrypted passwords of as many as 6 million users. The bad actor claims to have stolen SSO and LDAP passwords from more than 140,000 domains across companies and government agencies that could be decrypted using information from the files. So I don't think I need to say anything. How about that? I don't think I need to say anything. This stuff it's crazy. I don't know if there are particular details on how this, like what the breach composed of, like how it was breached. I think I read this one and I couldn't find anything that said exactly how they got in, just that they did and it happened. But it's not hard to determine that it was probably something stupid that somebody did, and it might not have been a programmer. It could have been anybody. And the consequence of not caring about these things, we have no idea what kind of data people are getting access to when they exploit these things. We have no idea the kinds of lives that could be lost because of downwind impacts that we're not aware of. It's really easy to sit here and have a laugh about how stupid this is and how ridiculous it is that people access this data. But I want you to imagine that somebody who already has an unethical standard gets access to this data, takes some time to go through it, finds people in this set of data that are particularly vulnerable, and utilizes the data to do something like take away their life savings. And I want you to imagine that it's like a grandparent of yours who's worked hard all their lives and they've earned retirement, and as a result of something like this, somebody comes along and makes a phone call, and now the person you love is unable to pay their bills, they're unable to get food, they're unable to get proper health care. The list goes on. And that's like a light version of what somebody can do with this data. If they get access to other data like important critical infrastructure data or national security secrets even, what could somebody do that would absolutely impact your life? It's one thing to look at these things in a vacuum of, oh, it's just somebody didn't use the right password. Ha ha ha, how dumb. Oh, somebody didn't use the right SSL configuration. What a stupid programmer. Like, yeah, sure. You can look at it that way. But what's done afterwards, that is a cost that no one can quantify. You can't actually put a price on that. That's the real scary part. And that's why I do what I do, because I want people to understand that there's nothing wrong with having, like, you know, how stupid this is. I get it, and it is funny, but it's also very serious and also very dangerous. We are not taking our jobs seriously. We're not taking our responsibility seriously. And it's great for, yeah, it's great for third-party actors who want to hurt us. They like it when we're complacent about these things. Okay, up next. WordPress has a few security issues, so I thought I'd bring those up in case you're using WordPress. So we have this one. Hackers abuse WordPress MU plugins to hide malicious code. I've done a lot of WordPress in my time, and the MU plugins are pretty popular. They're pretty widely used. So yeah, hackers are utilizing the WordPress MU plugins directory to stealthily run malicious code on every page while evading detection. The technique was first observed by security researchers at Securi in February 2025, but adoption rates are on the rise, with threat actors now utilizing the folder to run 3 distinct types of malicious code. And so what are the codes? So they essentially store PHP files inside this directory, and they structure the files and the code inside of them such that they can execute on page load. There's a way you can do this with hooks and stuff in WordPress. The plugins run on every page load, and they don't appear in the standard plugin list. And I can confirm that you can do this in WordPress. You can create a plugin that runs on every page, but is not on like the administrative dashboard where you see all the plugins. You can't, like, there's no way to access it. They just run. So once they're running like this, then you can do all kinds of stuff. You can steal credentials. You can inject malicious code. You can alter HTML output. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. I know that this works. So there's redirect.php, which redirects visitors, excluding bots and logged in admins, to a malicious website, updatesnow.net, that displays a fake browser update prompt to trick them into downloading malware. There's index.php, which is a web shell that acts as a backdoor, fetching and executing PHP code from a GitHub repository. And there's custom.jsloader.php, which loads JavaScript that replaces all images on the site with explicit content and hijacks all outbound links, opening shady pop-ups instead. Okay, so that's one issue. There's another WordPress security issue with WP Ghost, which is vulnerable to remote code execution. So essentially, it's WP Ghost is like a security thing. It's supposed to help you to clamp down on security issues in your system. But there is a vulnerability where somebody can use a URL path that acts as a file. So attackers can include arbitrary files via manipulated URL paths because of some feature that WP Ghost has. Okay. So this is something to be aware of, because I think WP Ghost is also pretty widely used. So if you're around WordPress, or you're a WordPress user, just keep your eye on these things, okay? Hackers are built different. Sometimes I wish I was able to do what they do, because they make bank legally and illegally. Yeah, I'd almost bet these payloads were purchased for a lot. Yeah, 0x. I did a daily tech news stream last week, and we went over one article where I was shocked to learn that there are actual like affiliate, like multi-level marketing groups for malware. You join a group, there's usually an entrance fee, unless you have a very popular, repertoire behind you and you're well known. But you join the group, you pay the entrance fee. A small team of programmers at the top create malware or ransomware or viruses or whatever. They give them to you. You go and employ them. That like you deploy the stuff that they created. And if you have successful results and make money off of like ransomware or whatever it is you used, you give them a 20% kickback. So yeah, there's a lot of money in it. There's a lot of money in it. And that's what I mean, that there wouldn't be a lot of money in it if the industry was better at dealing with these things more seriously. I don't think we're dealing with them seriously, like barely at all right now. We're so complacent. We just don't seem to care about security, about vulnerabilities, and this principle is true in like everything else in the industry. We don't seem to care about user experience anymore. We don't seem to care about quality or performance. We don't seem to care. We don't seem to care about anything in the tech industry anymore. It's all basically a race to the bottom. Whoever can make the most money getting there. That's what it is. And it's a terrible waste. I wanted to cover this one next. New North Korean Android spyware slips onto Google Play. Keep an eye for this. It's called Co-Spy. They've infiltrated Google Play and third-party app store APK Pure, which is also widely used if you're downloading APKs separately, through at least 5 malicious apps. They started in March 2022, and they just continued. The spyware campaign primarily targets Korean and English speaking users by disguising itself as file managers, security tools, and software updaters. The 5 apps Lookout identified are Phone Manager, File Manager, Smart Manager, Kakao Security, and Software Update Utility. So if you're an Android user, please do be careful what you download, okay? These things are crazy. Co-Spy's data collection capabilities are SMS and call logs, tracks victims' GPS location in real time, reads and exfiltrates files from local storage, uses the device's microphone to record audio, uses the device's camera to capture photos and videos, captures screenshots of the device display, records keystrokes via Android accessibility services. Like, this stuff is no joke. So please be careful what you're downloading out there. It's crazy. I wanted to cover this one. NVIDIA thinks AI can solve electrical grid problems caused by AI. So this one's a little from last week, but essentially what NVIDIA is doing is they're buying up a lot of data centers, and the downside is that there's not a lot of data centers available. There's not a lot of power. And so NVIDIA is attempting to come up with solutions for their data power usage using AI, so that they can kind of like dog food their own AI system so that they can get their data usage down so that they don't have to buy as much. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring this one up is not so much because they're like, trying to adapt AI for less power usage. That's kind of whatever. Some of the numbers here. So we went over this yesterday on my Alex Jones conspiracy stream. Microsoft was going to buy 475 megawatts of solar power, and it was going to buy a lot more. A lot of companies are trying to buy up a lot of power. The point that I want to extract out of this article is more along the lines of, think about how much power and how many tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars are going into these power centers for AI. Microsoft AI, NVIDIA AI, Anthropic AI, all of the AI systems that we all use. I want you to just, I actually want you to do this. Take the power usage that is being used and the dollar amount that is being spent on that power usage. And then I want you to have a look at what is being produced by these AI systems. And I want you to tell me if you think that we're getting the value for the money that is being spent. Does anybody think that the current state of AI is producing the value equivalent to the power we use to run the AI and the amount of money we spend to run the AI? It's not just energy, but also fresh water. Yep, that's true. And it's not just that either, right? If you expand, like somebody has to run the data centers, these things have to get built, managed, right? So now you're talking about paying out employees for who knows how many years, paying for construction costs. I mean, all of these things add up, right? And what is our AI situation? France is making a 1 gigawatt data center for AI. I wonder if that's part of the 10.5. I think it's all US based, if I remember the article information correctly from yesterday. Billions wasted to make Ghibli images. Yeah, I don't think AI is anywhere close to producing the value that we're spending on it. It's magnitudes of order different. How is this justifiable? I'm not sure. Because the only justification is what I like to call the Jehovah's Witness argument, which is any day now, Armageddon's coming. Any day now, artificial general intelligence is coming. We just have to just double down. Just double down. Norway is going to make insane data centers now, but we have to make the energy more expensive also at the same time because of the EU, right? Right. Yeah. Regulations on energy and stuff make it more. Yeah, that's right, Ross. Feel so bad for artists and designers because many I've seen are feeling like their whole life has been wasted because AI can do what they do in seconds. It's true. It is true. Now, I think there's some hope. I think what people are missing is the fact that AI has to be trained on something in order to do something. If you ask AI to do a completely new style of art, right now, I don't think there's a way for AI to do that. I don't think there's a way for AI to come up with a new imaginative, creative art style. So you're still going to need people who have to use that like human level creativity to create new things that AI is not trained on or doesn't even know exists. So there's a little bit of hope there. And I also suspect that as these things get used more, we're going to realize that we cannot use AI, even in the things that it's good at, as much as we have been. We're going to have to curtail our use of AI in all respects. I think that day is coming. I think there's going to be a come to Jesus moment in the next year. And that's also somewhat hopeful because it means that AI will find its place as an assistive thing, not as a replacement for all jobs thing. And I think that's a better place for AI to be. I think that's a better fit for AI. Right now, everyone's talking about AI just replacing everything and everyone. It's too deep in that spectrum, I would say. DeepSeek is not so good at drawing yet. Fair. Sure, yeah, fair. But DeepSeek has a different strength that is definitely a weakness, but DeepSeek has a different strength. DeepSeek has the strength of these people focused on raw, utter performance and reasoning capabilities, which means that others can do it too. But we're so complacent in the West that we just don't do it because we don't care about anything, apparently. Okay, I'm going to end the stream on a few funner things. See a flying bumblebee? It may be a robot in disguise. This little cute guy might be a robot. Humanoids, been there, done that. Now engineers are trying to create robots that look like insects. Engineers at the University of California, Berkeley have created the world's smallest wireless flying robot, which can hover, change trajectory, and hit small targets. The device is less than 1 centimeter in diameter and weighs 21 milligrams, which makes it the world's smallest wireless robot that can fly. The inspiration came from bees and their ability to navigate, hover, and pollinate. That's crazy. So the UC Berkeley team used an external magnetic field to enable them to fly and navigate the robot. The device, which looks like a propeller, includes 2 small magnets. Because of the magnetic field, the magnets are attracted and repelled along the propeller to spin and raise the robot from the ground. That's pretty smart. The way the robot flies can be controlled by adjusting the magnetic field's strength. That's crazy. It's just to distract us from the fact that birds aren't real. It's true. Birds are not real. It's just like Australia. Australia is not real. Birds aren't real. Birds are a government conspiracy to keep an eye on us all the time. They're just monitoring techniques. That's all they are, okay? Let me ask you this. When was the last time you pet a bird? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yep. Birds aren't real because they know if you get your hands on a bird, you're going to realize it's robotic. You're going to realize those damn little beady eyes of it are just cameras. Are we going back to Alex Jones' conspiracy theory stream? The Textradamus Alex Jones of tech. I thought this was kind of a cool article. If you're into arcades, this kind of harkens back to the 70s and 80s when I was growing up. So there's a full-sized home arcade machine, and this was cool. If you're into this kind of thing, what they've done here is they have 300 licensed games on board, and there's controls for 2 players and a 24-inch screen. But they've also done a few other things that I thought were cool. Let me see if I can find the portion. This is kind of how it looks. It's pretty cool to, I mean, come on, that's kind of cool to me, right? But let me see if I can find it. You can put your own art on it, etc. Yeah. Full size. Where is the thing I'm looking for? Here we go. Okay. The 24-inch horizontal LCD is pretty bright and colorful with good viewing angles, but some vertical games feel squished to fit, which I think happens on a lot of modern arcade games, modern hardware. Perhaps the weakest link is the speakers, which can get a bit rumbly and jarring at times. Directly beneath the screen, there are 2 USB ports and an HDMI port, which add some real versatility, enabling you to add your games or hook up other systems to play with the arcade screen and controls. The control panel links wirelessly via Bluetooth. There's 8-way digital joysticks, but you lose the spinners and the trackball. So you are supposed to be able to get it to do 4 players, but this person couldn't get it to do it. And they go over all the different games that you can put in there. Then the customization portion over here. So you can put in a USB flash drive and put in whatever games you want. You can plug in your console or your Android phone and play whatever you want. You can obviously do your Bluetooth stuff. You can stream games from your PC, but the link to the necessary software seems to be dead, so that kind of sucks, but that's a cool additional feature. So I thought that was kind of cool. This would be if I wasn't broke and actually could have afford a home, a proper home, not a cardboard box with the damn birds watching me. I'd buy this. This is cool. I like this kind of stuff. Yeah. I'm going to save the last article because it's extremely depressing. I'm not going to do this one. It's more depressing, so I'll leave it there. But I'll end the stream there. There you go. There's your daily tech news for the day. Yeah, I think, let me just do one more check to make sure I haven't forgotten a link here. I'm good. Yeah, it looks like I'm good. All right. Okay. That's it, folks. I'm going to get out of here. I have no idea. I really wish I could maintain a proper schedule. It's hard for me to do it. I will be back tomorrow for sure for another daily tech news rant stream. sometime tomorrow. I'll figure out the right time, but I don't know when exactly. And I will be doing another stream this week at some point. We're going to go back to building the video game. There's a lot to talk about there. I have made some decisions on it about things I'm going to do with it that require me to finish a bunch of crap that it has taken me forever to finish. So we're going to get there. Yeah, I'll do that this week at some point. Hopefully the weekend, if I can pull it off. But other than that, that's it. Did I do any more rants? Oh, yeah, Ross, you haven't watched yesterday's VOD? Bro. Ross, I went full like multi-hour rant, Alex Jones conspiracy theory. It was good, man. Definitely one of my best streams that I've ever done, period. Definitely one of my best. And Ghost, we dunked on Ghost because he's a loser and he sucks and he's not right about anything. So we dunked on him a lot. Sucker. So you'll get to see that. Yeah, it was good, man. It was good. Definitely go watch that one. All right, I'm out of here. Listen, thanks everybody for being here. If you like what I'm doing and you want me to do more, and you want me to have more reach and tell more people that we need to get our act together, as programmers in the tech industry in general, please help me out. I have to play the algorithm game. I hate the algorithm. I think it's cancerous to society, but I don't really have much of a choice if I want to say that to more people. Like, I kind of have to do it to say it. But the only way I can do that is if you guys do the stuff that helps out the algorithm, the like, the subscribe, the repost, the sharing, all that good stuff. Please do that. And if you do that, I promise I'll just keep going. And I'll do my best to tell everybody to smarten up. I need more raids. Yeah, I can't count on that, right? I have no idea. You can't go begging for raids either. And anyway, they pump their number. Yeah, I know they do. I'll start streaming again and raid you. Yeah, I can't count on raids on Twitch side. On the YouTube side, it's a different algorithm. It's mostly the likes and the subscriptions, which are different than the subs here. It's just like favoriting or following on YouTube. That helps out a lot on the YouTube side. On X, it's mostly like liking and viewing. That's mostly how it works. I'm on Rumble too. On Rumble, I'm not exactly sure what the algorithm is. But I do know I have some regular viewers on Rumble. They're just pretty quiet usually. I don't see them chat very much. They just kind of hang out on Rumble. I see you folks over there. So it's a game I got to play. But if I really want to get that reach so that I can make these arguments and present the stuff that I'm presenting to more people because I want tech to get better, then I have to play the game, and it sucks. And just real talk for a minute before I abruptly end the stream. There are definitely some cliques out there, some groups, and they do not like people like me. They don't. Yeah, it's not like it's some grand, wild conspiracy to, whatever. It's not like that. But there are definitely some people who don't like what myself and others like me do, and so they know how to play the game much better than I do. And yeah, it's an uphill battle. But all right, I'm out of here. Listen, folks, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Have a good night, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And I will see you tomorrow. And I will try to do a more proper video game stream, and we'll have some fun later this week. But until then, peace out.